What's up, viewers, subscribers, and agents alike? It's your boy, Luciferian Prince, coming at y'all once again with TT. Oh, you want to introduce yourself?
Nope, you said it.
Oh, okay. And if you're watching this video around children, please remove them from your immediate vicinity because this video is not going to be for children. There will be some harsh language. And yes, this content is for adults and adults only. Okay? The title of this video is going to be called The Rebel. And I think it's important that a lot of people have to interpret particularly what rebellion is. Now, I know that people often attribute it to particular notions of anarchy or just outright just civil disobedience. No. This is one that is basically going to shroud a lot of information on metaphysical rebellion. Basically saying particularly that in the capacity of why people rebel is because the system in which is contrived against them doesn't work in their favor. So for you to have disfavor with something that doesn't work in your best interest is rebellion. Rebellion has often had a negative connotation in society to say that anybody who rebels, who doesn't conform, is considered a threat. Yes, because the status quo is for many people. I don't care what race, nation, ethnicity, color, creed, or origin. Anybody who rebels against the status quo, which is what is set by societal standards, is deemed someone negative. Now, one of my favorite books, which you can literally look up, you can buy it off Amazon, it's only like about $11, but it's worth $11. You know, is from 1951. It's a book-length essay. It really is a writing. It's an essay by Albert Camus, which treats metaphysical and the historical development of rebellion and revolution in societies. Now, whenever we look at rebellion in societies, again, they often show you on media, news, so forth and so on. They depict it as protests, buildings burning, and all that. No. Your metaphysical rebellion is particularly you looking at your input as far as your value in life and how particularly you value your personal security and your sanity. And without further ado, please, what's your input?
All right, so if we look at rebellion, and as he said.
You nervous?
I didn't know what to call you real quick. It's ELP said.
Him.
You know, rebellion. You looked at as a rebel. You're going against the government. You are disobedient to the system. So with that being said, forget all of that. But if you look at who you are as a person inside, knowing that you're sovereign, when you came here, you was already a free soul. So who in their right mind or who in the world came up with the doggone concept of let's control these people?
I say damn. But go ahead. These people.
These people. And then even with that, we have to learn how to deprogram ourselves. For we always been programmed by somebody else. And with that being said, you don't know who you truly are until you start to unlearn.
Right.
Unlearn what you've been taught in every area of life. Every area, even from school. Yeah. So once you learn that the stuff that you thought you knew ain't shit, and you just basically go on this mindset of just learning something totally different, way outside of what you ever knew, Say you have this circle, and inside this circle is all you know, but you have to look outside of that circle. It's not that that stuff that is told to you is a lie. You just didn't know it. You was ignorant to it.
Right.
So being rebellious is not always a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, to be honest with you.
Not with me.
Not when you are dealing with yourself.
Right.
And when you want to become who you are and who you truly supposed to be, rebel all you want.
Exactly. Star fruit approves. Metaphysical rebellion has to do with primarily a particular point in the content in which I create my channel. Metaphysics. They have to do with things that are intangible. So metaphysically, naturally, people who know things that don't go for their best interest metaphysically rebel. Does that mean that you're rebelling against a structure or a physical entity? No. Because most things that are manifested in our lives manifest themselves through thoughts.
We are the creators.
Simple. And the thoughts that we create our reality. Simple. No societal or governmental structure can ever dictate metaphysics because it's something that's intangible. Something that is intangible doesn't have anything that is existent from its inception, which means that your infinite soul, your being, your nous, your ka, whatever you wish to call it, has been pre-existed before structures were even put up to even say that these things were considered government. They have been established. You, not it. So a lot of people don't have the gumption to say, well, it doesn't work for me and I'm not going for it. Nope. See, we live in a society today where there are a lot of compliant individuals who just are like, I'm just going to go along to get along.
They need somebody to tell them what to do.
And that's why you keep getting pimped. It's like, ho, get that money. That's what they do. And people, when you don't have the knowledge within yourself, to look within yourself, to say, I'm going to go ahead and do this for the best interest of my particular self, me. We always been taught that through indoctrination, when you used to eat candy in school.
Nothing, go ahead.
Huh?
Nothing, go ahead. Eat candy.
Yeah. I'm not. You had to say that was cool. Oh, my bad. They used to always tell you in school, you eating a lollipop. You don't have enough for everybody, then you shouldn't eat it. What? Fuck? What kind of socialistic programming is that? That's the truth. Did they tell you that?
Yeah.
If you don't have enough for everybody, you should eat it. So now all of us is eating it, and you're telling me it's a rule that we ain't even supposed to be eating in class. What? And that was just basic elementary principles. Notice the word, elementary. Element. So that was pretty much where a lot of people's minds have gotten fragmented. Don't you agree?
I agree. Starts with us being sent off to these people to teach us the way of the world and to, like I said, teach you what they want to teach you.
Thank you.
Unlearn.
Reprogram yourself. Star fruit approves.
It approves.
They told you that in elementary school eat 6 to 11 servings of bread a day. Literally. At the bottom of the food pyramid? No, the bottom.
Yeah, I never paid attention.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at it. Eat at the top of the pyramid. Notice it's a pyramid now. Eat sweets sparingly. Poultry, meat, yada. Fuck that shit. Eat what the motherfuck you feel like. And a lot of people let these indoctrinations govern their particular mind state. They do. They don't have no problem with it. And she said, people just want other people to tell them what to do. See, the one thing that you have to realize about accountability in this system, you need to start telling yourself what to do.
Think for yourself.
That's it. Stop letting constructs develop your state of mind. That's why I said, read the book, Rebel. Before people try to be like, well, what is he talking about, rebellion? Yes, I am. I'm talking about rebellion in the conscious sense. I'm not talking about
going out in the streets
and just having a fucking melee and just fuck shit up. No, I'm saying consciousness, mentality. But some people will misconstrue that still for some odd reason, just for their own purposes. They'll think that that's what I mean. I don't mean that. Don't get it fucked up. You have to develop your conscious rebelliousness to not living according to a status quo in less than 13 minutes. As you were saying. You ready to say? Go ahead. Don't be shy.
Well, I don't know if everybody that views his videos or that are subscribers, if you're no longer in the indoctrination of religion, I don't know everybody's situation. But if you have gotten out of that situation, then you should know where to go from here. It's that simple.
Well,
you took yourself out of that. Now it's time to do what you got to do for yourself metaphysically.
Right. Because as I said in one of my videos previously, the Secret Treaty of Verona says particularly in Article 3, religion is used as the strongest mechanism to keep people subordinate to governmental power. It says it. And they themselves that signed that treaty know exactly how it's to be used. It is to be used to gain control of masses of people. Most people would do this. Nowadays, I don't even think people even do this, but I know that a lot do, who have been indoctrinated. They'll say the Bible says. The Bible says. It's a copyrighted book that was rolled off of a printing press. It is not the truth that you think it is. The only truth in life is the truth that lies in yourself. What you can validate. If that book is copyrighted, it can be changed at any moment because it has an owner. Then they tell you it's the official copy. King James, 1611, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, how long will it take for people to actually break their slumber and come to a realization of the knowledge of self? See, everybody wants to say that in the social media culture, they're awake, they're aware, they're all this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? When indeed they still govern their lives behind preconceived notions. Isn't that fucking madness? That's fucking insanity.
Life.
That's insanity. Something that's preconceived that you know for a fact that you as a reasoning adult, because I told you my videos are not for children. So something that's preconceived that has been constructed, if it doesn't give you an original idea. Okay, prime example. Let me take a step back. Let me go back in here. Legacy. You know what I'm saying? Not his story. Before individuals that are melanated were actually integrated into schools, inventing, making things, creating, innovating, dry cleaning, Thomas Jensen. Who owns it now? Elijah McCoy. Garrett Morgan. And the list goes on. Where did this education come from? For some odd reason, you just can't find it when you integrate into those public schools. Now look at people today. The only thing that children today can do in schools is TikToks. That's it. They're creating, but they don't own it. The refrigerator truck, the AC, the fire extinguisher, the elevator. This was before public education even came into play. Because these are people who, whether you believe it or not, were metaphysical rebels. They knew, they said, well, we got to make this, something ain't right. So they made it right. So where are all the melanated inventors today? Can't find none. Once they got integrated into that ideological system, in-game. And they dumbed them down and said that their behavioral, response to society was just because it was a chemical imbalance in their brain. So they threw drugs at them. Wouldn't you rebel against that? Wouldn't you rebel against the fact that if you listen to some of these advertisements on television, when these people be like, well, side effects may include bleeding out your ass. You totally don't hear that. But they always show you in the backdrop people just living daily activities. Shit ain't regular. It's trying to just delineate the fact that you have the divine unseen within yourself. And that's the objective of this sphere today, to keep you from tapping into the divine within yourself.
True.
So, in conclusion, you have any input?
I'm good.
You wrote notes?
I did, but you know what? It's all good.
All right. You sure?
I'm sure we good.
Well, first time viewing this channel, like and subscribe. Ladies, you don't like what I have to say? Kiss your own ass.
Try it.
See, good luck. Good luck, motherfucker. Kiss your own ass. They probably gonna try too. They probably put their legs up. Holy shit. They be mad. Because, like I said, the reality is they never want you to come to the realization of your divine self. You hold the keys, not them. The keys, first off, before you try to implement them in the world, take them to unleash the shackles on your own mind first. Get away from the old thought patterns and the old contrived ways where they're trying to basically manipulate you. Once you know that you're being manipulated, there is no longer control over you. Now, if you want to stay an unwitting slave, and slavery is not just relegated to chattel slavery. Mm-mm. It's mental. You want to stay a unwitting slave? Turn this video off right now. Go back to being who you want to be. Be whoever you want to be. Do you. But if you want to be free, stop looking outside of yourself. Start looking within yourself. Simple as that. Ready to sign off?
Yes. Are we supposed to do this together?
I mean, yeah. I'll leave my email in the comment section. And for people who wish to reach out to me, it is what it is. Serious inquiries only. Other than that, rebel.
Rebel.
By using this. Use your head. Use your head or lose your head. Either choice is yours. Peace, light, love. Agents.